Ready, ready. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Recon, 132 fight.
They'll run with Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Right there.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now they try the right side here. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Watch your slant.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All right, T. All right, T.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, they can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
Down. 8. Read. Quick read. Slam. Chopper. And go.
Cook following the penalty. They find some open field here. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First down, Titans, gain of 12. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Second quarter now. Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get the stop here, D.
A first down carry for Henry. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mariota. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They go play action here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Finding room at the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Chad Hunt, 60 out route. Right, 54. Come on. You better bring it.
On play action, they'll throw. Got a man at semi-couch complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
80 weapons. 80 weapons.
Now Cook running right. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Mark 55, Mark 55. Squeeze, get in there. Yo, no.
They'll set up to throw. And Diggs has it. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Following the field goal on his Locke Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Derrick Henry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made by Everson Griffin. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game.
Here it comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burned the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half here. Mariota uncorks one for Davis. And this is going to be incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Ready, go!
Now a give running right. It's Cook. Room here to run. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 18 Gator. 2 times. 4 down.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Charlie, right there in the middle.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive one of quarter three.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter three, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again, it's Henry. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
And the Titans first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
Mariota gives to Henry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mariota hands to Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Spins by. Fielded just inside the 20. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And that will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They run. Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
2nd down and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. He'll look to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
chopper.
Jam.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground, Cook. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. On second down, Cook. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Back to throw here. Escaping and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up a throw. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught inside the 5. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Following the field goal on is Locke Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Mike 54. Watch the slant.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They're going to look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Henry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Mariota now. And he locates Walker, complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. 27 yards on the game there. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, it's Henry. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Check hot route. Hot. 3. Check 26. Check 26.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mariota on 4th down. And Walker has it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. From the red zone now, Mariota. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel. Oh, no time to pitch it, and down he goes. And it's in the end zone. That's going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Go! Let's go!
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
One. Delta.
Mike 5-4. I'm coming.
One.
Check. Crunch.
61. Matchbox. Right.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Minnesota, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
One up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Drown out my problems, let me When up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Lost my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch and you won't do it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. I bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, Just for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out,